Today, as we honor the legacy of the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I ask that we please do not minimize this man's legacy to one goddamn speech. Please don't do that. Now, that speech is tremendous. It's one of the greatest examples of eloquence and rhetoric. But again, do not limit this man's accomplishments to that one motherfucking speech. That man was a fucking revolutionary. He was fearless. He was selfless. And I say all that for a reason. He was a revolutionary because he didn't want to settle for gradual change. He wanted that shit now. He talked about the fierce urgency of now. He didn't want to wait for things to change gradually, slowly. He wanted to get out there and do something to create change right then and there in real time while he could feel it. He did say he might not get there with us, but he actively sought out change, and that shit is revolutionary. He was fearless. Every time he stepped outside of that door to go to a march or to make a speech, or even in his own home, he put his life on the line. He put his family's life on the line. And he still did what he did, knowing that the FBI was watching him. The strongest government in the history of the world was watching him. And he didn't give a fuck. He still did what he did. The man was fearless. And he was selfless. See, people kind of overlook the fact that Dr. King was from the middle class. His father was a successful pastor. He's Dr. King. He had a fucking doctorate degree, highly educated. He could have just got some fucking job and been comfortable. But he risked everything. He risked it all for his motherfucking people, for his children, and for his people. So please don't minimize what this man did. Make it all about one goddamn speech. This speech is incredible. But you gotta realize the totality of that man. That man was incredible. That man risked it all for us. For us. And when you think about it, if he was living today, a lot of folk wouldn't even fuck with him. A lot of folk would be like, I ain't trying to hear that shit that man talking about. A lot of black people wouldn't fuck with him. When that man died, he wasn't praised as he is now. When he died, there wasn't a chance of him having no fucking holiday or a statue in Washington, D.C. None of that shit. Motherfuckers were calling him Martin Luther King. Many black people thought that he was making their lives more difficult by pissing off white people. You feel me? But he knew. He had the foresight to understand that, look, I'm going to do this shit right now. And one day, shit is going to get better for my people. And I might not see it, but shit is going to get better for my people. And I respect him for that, and I love him for that. And just having the courage and the knowledge to do what he did. A lot of motherfuckers think Dr. King was weak for not fighting back, but that shit was intelligent. Black people only make up 13% of the fucking population. How the fuck we gonna win a race war in this bitch? He understood that. He understood that, look, we gonna play on their sympathy. You know what I'm saying? We gonna play on these motherfuckers' sympathy. When they see how these white racists are doing us, the good people of this nation will rally behind us. They'll write checks. They'll get involved themselves. It'll put pressure on the United States government to do something about it, because we're in the midst of the Cold War. You know what I'm saying? We're in the midst of a battle, an ideological battle between us and the Soviet Union to see who's gonna goddamn, whose way of life will pretty much rule the world. So to have a group of non-violent black people in the streets praying and shit, not attacking their enemy, but fucking praying and marching and singing and not doing anything back. He knew that was going to put pressure on the government to have to do something. And that's how you get the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, getting us closer to freedom, and we ain't there yet. So it's incumbent upon us to do what the fuck we gotta do to get there. So please, don't minimize this man's legacy and make it all about that one goddamn speech. This man was a revolutionary. He was fearless. He was selfless. He fucking changed the world. First, realist, IG Entertainment, real shit for the week. 1.